All right, I am still in sunny Florida at Impulse Creative Headquarters. And you know, I am really enjoying doing these videos on HubSpot bots and the bot actions that we should be paying attention to. Are you enjoying it? I hope so. Let me know down in the comments. Well, today we're gonna talk about how can we interact with our potential customers, our contacts, our visitors, long after we're done with our bot playbook, and that is getting them into a subscription. That is an action that you can take with HubSpot bots, taking the action of, would you like to get information later? Let me go ahead and hook you into the right subscription that is right for you. In this case, we're gonna talk about Sprocket Talk, we're gonna talk about HubSpot, and we're gonna talk about learning more. Hey, let's head back into the office. You know what time it is.
Are you a HubSpot user looking for fun and interactive education that helps you be better at HubSpot? Then welcome to Sprocket Talk.
All right, so we're back in our main Sprocket Talk bot, and we're going to talk about an action that is actually really exciting, and it allows you to continue down the path, providing value over time. Just to kind of bring you up to speed, if you haven't watched the first tutorial where we talked about actually creating a message action, you can go ahead and check the link in the description below or up there. Yep, you see it slide in. Unless you're on a mobile device, you'll be able to click there and watch that as well. But to bring you up to speed, we have a welcome message that the user will see, and once we do that, we create a message and we make sure we name these messages, and we have if then branch logic where we actually talk to them about, are they sales, marketing, and we went in here and we created a HubSpot sales start. We did a sales name interaction. The action that we want to talk about today is hitting this plus and then offering an email subscription so we can deliver them value over time. And one might just think that you're immediately going to hit that, then select offer email subscription. But I want to talk about a little gotcha you want to watch out for, and that is in the flow of the bot that you're creating, before you ask for the subscription, or if they want to be part of the subscription, you do have to ask for email. So at this point, we've focused on adding value over conversion. But because we're getting to that subscription conversation, and it might be towards the end of the bot, of course, this bot is just an example for the tutorial. It might be at the end of the bot conversation. Just for grins and giggles and the tutorial, we're going to go ahead and add in here a message, and we're going to call this email collection, and we're going to say, can we please know your email? Of course, I might word this a little bit differently, but again, we're going to go collect user input. We're going to say in here email. And now here's one thing I do want to point out. What if this is somebody who has come to the site and we already have their email? Well, we don't need to ask for the email then. We can actually skip this action if the property already exists. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And then I'm also going to go down here and say something like, sorry, that does not look like a valid email to me. And you can change the copy to whatever you want, but you get the idea. You need to have some type of error message in here. And now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hit save. Now that's not why you came to this tutorial. The tutorial is how can you add that subscription box and what should you pay attention to when you're doing that. So now that we have the email collected, we're going to go ahead and hit the plus sign, and we're going to say offer an email subscription, and we're going to call this give them subscription offer. In this, we might say something like, do you want to continue to get helpful HubSpot tutorials in the future? And then we'll go down here and we'll see that we can show legitimate interest. This is the privacy text if we want to add this. Now it'll work without it. I can say, hey, select the subscription and grab the Sprocket Talk subscription. And down here I can say if the user subscribes, show, and if they don't subscribe, show. We'll talk about that in a minute. And we can leave this unchecked and it'll work. So let me show you this. If we scroll down, we'll see if user subscribes, show. If they subscribe, we'll say thanks. thanks, that's awesome. We'll send you great stuff soon. And then down here, if they don't subscribe, we'll say something like, no worries, we get it. Not everybody wants to subscribe. You may want to check out our private Sprocket Talk Facebook group for more help in the future. So if I hit save on this and I actually hit preview and walk us through this, it's going to give us the bot. We're going to say sales. It's going to actually ask us a question here. So the HubSpot Sales Hub can be amazing. Do you mind if I grab your first name? I'm going to say I'm George. And then it's going to know that I'm George. So it's going to say, thanks, George. And it's going to start to use personalization. George, what exactly do you need help with? I'm going to say deals because I know that that's the way that this goes. And can we please know your email? Well, sure. It's George at impulsecreative.com. And yes, that's where you all could email me if you need help as well. But if you're going to spam me, then act like you can't see and don't use it. And I'm going to hit enter. And then what it's going to do is it's going to offer up, do you want to continue to get helpful HubSpot tutorials in the future? And I can hit subscribe or I can hit no thanks. That is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and close this for a second, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to show you the difference. If you select show legitimate interest, privacy text, I'm going to save this. We're going to preview it again, and we're going to run through sales. We'll wait for it to load up. It's going to ask me my name. I'm going to say my name is G. It's going to say thanks, G. It's going to say, G, what exactly do you want to talk about? I'm going to say deals. It's going to say, can we please know your email? And I'm going to say, of course you can. I'm George at impulsecreative.com, and I will hit enter. And now you'll see when this loads, it's going to say, do you want to continue to get helpful HubSpot tutorials in the future? And look at this. Impulse Creative needs the contact information you provide to us to contact you about the products and services. You may unsubscribe from these communications at any time. For information on how to unsubscribe as well as your privacy practice and blah, 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 blah. Oh my goodness. So if you want that, need that, have to have that, it'll throw that in there, but man, is that a mouthful. And of course you can customize yours to what it needs, but what's nice is you can hit subscribe and it's going to subscribe you. Hey, thanks, that's awesome. We will send you great stuff soon. And then our chat ended because, well, we haven't put anything else. But of course, this is not where the chat would end. We would do something else. But that, folks, is yet another tutorial yet to come.
All right, so that is another bot action that you can use. And it's one that will help you add value to your visitors and contacts. Look, it's about adding value over time and getting them to be able to subscribe. There's no better way. Hey, did you like this video? Then make sure you check out our Sprocket Talk only list in the description below, where we'll send you these tutorials right to your inbox. And if you want help mastering this tool we call HubSpot, then head over to the private Sprocket Talk Facebook group, where we add other content and there's a community of folks that love to help each other. And if you need training past this tutorial, then check the description below. That's right, 1 and 2 day sales and marketing workshops. That's how much we love you. Look, make sure you use bots. Don't be afraid of them. Dive in, learn all the actions that we're going to be going over, connect with your contacts in a more human way. And while you're connecting in a human way, do some happy HubSpotting.